Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids and we are back for some more Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, taking requests from you all in chat, and we were just recently trying out the melee effect. Melee effect? No, uncommon melee. Uncommon melee N7S challenge. And we technically met the melee kill criteria for it, but we actually died on wave 9 or wave 10, so we might be looking to hop back into that right now, but let me see if we hop back into Discord, as whether other people are ready to get back at it as well. Hello. I have returned. Are others ready to go as well?
Hello again.
Hey.
Sounds like that's everyone or almost everyone. Slasher back as well?
Yep. Did you hear his keyboard and mouse?
I almost said that I was pretty sure Slasher was back because I thought I heard his keyboard and mouse, but I decided not to call him out like that.
That's keyboard ASMR, yes.
Yeah.
That's totally how that works, right?
Make some random sounds, upload a video calling it ASMR. It'll get 50k views tomorrow.
Profit. Alright, well, are we still looking to go with the uncommon melee setup here?
I want redemption.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget to preset the map.
Yes, we lucked out last time. Happened to get an eligible map, but we got Goddess. Was there something else that we would prefer other than Goddess among the ones that are eligible? I forget what else is. What
Jade,
qualifies.
Glacier, Reactor, and Ghost are the other four.
I would say Reactor or Glacier.
Okay. I kind of liked Goddess because I could knock people off the edge of the map. For me specifically, that works well. Jade, there are a few places you can do that.
Yeah, Glacier you can do in the outside.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, where we drop in.
No, I'm reacting to this.
What? Unavailable?
What?
What is this?
I have never seen this before. What the heck?
Did you lose? It looks like what?
A DLC?
Okay,
Yeah,
are all the maps unavailable?
Those, what, 3? Rio, Vancouver,
Yeah,
London.
that's the Earth DLC.
I think something's up with Earth.
Do you have the
DLC.
characters? Can you pick them?
Yeah, hold on.
Pick
That's all the
yeah,
N7s,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
I had this bug, but it only happens with Redemption. Not with the default kit.
Yeah, that would be Fury.
Pick her? Okay, that's...
What?
Can you now
What
pick the
the
maps?
heck?
you know what? I think Reapers have taken over Earth. That's why we can't go to Earth anymore.
Or either it's, I mean, have we been quarantined?
What the heck?
Still unavailable.
I'm
But what
pretty
if
sure.
No,
I'm
you
pretty
can't
sure.
even select back if you pick them.
I'm pretty sure a restart of your game will fix it.
Yeah, it looks like I might want to do that.
Sure. Yeah.
Flights to Earth have all been canceled. Confirmed. Apparently. Alright, let me reboot Mass Effect real quick here, because that... Oh, on one hand, is kind of cool, because I've never seen it before. On the other hand, is deeply concerning. Because that's not supposed to happen.
I've only had it happen with as I said, with the Redemption mouse, but that usually, I mean, it's a fan-made DLC, so understandable.
Weird. I thought it was just on Earth too.
Nah, it turns out Earth was just all a part of your imagination. The
What?
Earth was a lie.
But where are we then?
It's all part of the Matrix.
Where are we right now?
We're all part of the grand scheme of that freaking Star Child. Whatever universe that thing has created for us to live in.
Have any of you seen this TV series called Fringe?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how the first season ends?
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this could sort of reminded me of that. It's like, where are we? And then just zoom out, and then we're all on like
Oh no.
a different planet or something.
Yeah.
Seen like a few episodes, but never the few whole seasons.
I've watched it a few times.
It's quite twisted, to be honest. Which is why I liked it.
Hold on. 1 second.
All right, moment of truth.
Mm, mm.
Oh, the suspense. The suspense.
It's weird because I already know the answer, but you guys haven't
here
seen
we
it
go.
yet.
Here we go. Oh, yay.
Looks like
Earth is alive.
looks like it
Earth
works.
is alive.
Okay, now we can play on London. The best melee map.
All right, so I know we were talking about which map we wanted to do, but then I got a little distracted. What was our thought on that?
A reactor was one suggestion. We could do reactor or jade or glacier.
Reactor,
But-
Jade, Glacier.
Reactor is not really good for you because you can't
Right, there's
throw
no
enemies
out of
the map.
bounds.
Yeah. You can do it on jade.
You can knock enemies out
But what?
on
Now it doesn't work again!
Really?
Wait, hold on. Who just joined the lobby, out of curiosity? If anyone.
Last person. Yuri was the last person to join.
Wait a second.
Is it Euroid? Are you the one that doesn't? Can you select a Fury?
I can select the destroyer.
Oh, you're on a destroyer right now. What the hell?
I have the Fury.
Somebody fess up!
Should I maybe restart the game?
That is
Is it
weird.
Slasher?
No, it works for me.
Weird.
What the heck is happening? That's so weird.
Wait, let me just leave the lobby. Can you now pick it?
No, still can't.
Okay, so it isn't because I'm in the lobby.
Doesn't seem to be Yorui.
I'll leave. We'll try and get this by process of elimination.
Did you just leave?
I just left.
It does not appear to be Vormav. Slasher!
Okay. I'm leaving now.
Slasher leaves and it's fine! It was Slasher all along! It was actually Slasher all along.
Wonderful.
How
Wonderful.
devious of him. Tries to make it sound like it was all us. Or no. Surely, it's just redemption mod. Don't pay any mind to it. It's just redemption mod. Bug.
Oh, it is me actually. I can't select the Earth map. So why?
Okay.
He fooled us!
What a fascinating bug you found.
But you still could pick the N7 characters, just not the
Yeah, I could pick the N7 characters. Yeah.
That is weird.
How dare he? The
I thought
absolute
maybe it was
nerve.
my fault because I had just some problems with origin and synchronizing before. In the break.
But apparently not.
So I probably only had those problems because Slasher manipulated my origin.
Yeah, I think the Earth DLC is completely gone. I can't select Platinum.
Even
What the-
after restarting.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Okay. But still you can choose the characters.
That's so like I thought you couldn't even join a game with another player that didn't have the same without matching DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know.
The plot thickens. Were you doing anything in particular with DLCs, or rather with mods? recently?
No, this is my vanilla version of the game. I have another version that I use for modding.
Are you sure you're on the vanilla version right now?
Yeah.
Very, very odd.
Let me try something.
While we have time, I can stock up on equipment.
True. True.
I can't believe it, Slasher. How could you lose Earth?
I have no idea. That's hilarious. I'm joining now.
Slasher, I can't. Did you stop Conrad Werner from saving the universe in your galaxy?
Of course not. Conrad Owner is the hero.
I believe you, Slasher.
Okay, now it should be back to normal.
He says that.
No,
He's
I'm using the other version of my game now. This has here DLC.
Okay. It appears to be fine now, but we will see. This has certainly been a novel experience indeed. Whether Slasher was gaslighting us that entire time, trying to make it seem like we had messed with our game files, or if he truly, unknowingly, had messed with his own game, the world may never know.
No, I didn't know that a client could have such an effect on the host.
Did we play any Earth maps today with Slasher?
No.
I don't think so, no.
No, that was my first match.
Right, that was your first match. The Four Furies also was without you.
Alright, so, I believe the plan was still to go for uncommon melee here, which means trying to get, what is it? It's usually 100 melee kills for everyone collectively across the team, but we're saying 125 given how we have 4 people. What we're looking for, right? Missiles only on objectives, extraction, and to prevent sync kills. And last time we got the right melee kill number, but we didn't extract.
Lids, you forgot. Missiles also to nuke swarmers.
And swarmers. And swarmers. Indeed. And specific characters that we are and are not allowed to use, ones that are, well, uncommon melee characters. So, are we good to go in that case?
I am.
Alright, let's do it.
Oh, does this mean I have to reinstall my game? Oh, no.
Yeah, you lost all of your character, weapon, and equipment unlocks?
No, I think just the Earth DLC is missing. And specifically the maps, not the characters. The characters
Yes,
are
but
fine.
even on console, if you lost the DLC, That was actually the strategy to get certain equipment. You just
Yeah.
uninstalled every DLC
Oh,
of
interesting.
the weapons you already had, so you had higher
Interesting.
chances to get the ones you wanted.
This is what I don't love about this character. This melee feels like it does more than it actually does. Also, this grenade is probably gonna kill me.
That was
Down
Slasher.
here. Off the map you go, possibly. Nope, nope, nope,
Wait,
nope.
did you
nope.
steal my kill, Slasher?
Me? Stop blaming the Volus.
Thank you.
Like, I meleeed that husk, and I didn't get the kill. You got a kill on the husk.
What? What? What?
No,
No.
useful.
What?
What's going on?
None of my abilities
Have
worked
your
on this
revenge.
marauder. On this cannibal. How dare you?
Oh, cheap words are trick.
Oh, thanks. I should hang around more. Around Slasher more. No. Slasher can shield boost for me.
Come on, come on. Oh, come on. What?
So,
Get knocked off the map! There we go.
I like how my character just wait.
Waiting.
What?
That was beautiful. No, first I wanted to say I like how my character just totally did a 180 after I locked to a husk to completely go to a marauder I didn't aim at and melee that one. And
After
after
that, Brute still wants you.
me and Lids meleeed marauder at the same time and then went flying on the map without a head. Peace.
God, I can't do it. Or maybe I can.
4 bars of armor in 1 hit.
Wow.
Of
Okay.
course, now that we are doing J-rated devices.
They're all back here. Please don't grab me yet.
Vomit should do the devices.
Well, this isn't gonna end well.
Oh, that one. Just get that out of the way. Oh, they're shooting.
Don't go to Vorma, go to me. There's a Banshee you should run from.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Where did that marauder go?
Ow. Oh,
Where are the cannibal? Same thing. Everyone's a marauder.
Do you still have 9 op specs? Or Medigels?
no, 8.
But not, not
Very
anymore,
important. That one gel might be the difference maker. Would have been in the previous round. It is over here. There is a Banshee, but you guys are leading her away. Okay. So let's grab this one and then try to see if we can farm up some melee kills before we get the last one. There we go.
It depends on where the last one is. Okay, it's in a safe spot. I say safe. I mean, nothing is
Yeah,
safe.
it's. I mean, it's not. It's not in the top 3 worst for this map. Nice. That was beautiful.
Oh, that's, I just thought dropping down on me.
Ooh. Oh, that's a grenade. That's a grenade. That's gonna hurt.
I did the last one.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Oh,
This
wait.
cannibal is mine. Except I missed. So it won't be mine. Except I missed again, so it still won't be. This is what I mean. I kind of hate the melee on this character.
that one.
He wasn't gonna cooperate it, or at least he wasn't at the time.
I would have made it.
Oh, Lids, do you have Singularity?
I do.
Oh, right. You know, trap them in Singularity and then send them flying. That's just hilarious.
Okay, I've been hesitant to do it because I feel like it's gonna accidentally steal kills.
No, that's...
No, you will
This
do
setup.
enough damage.
Oh, thanks, Slasher.
Oh, so wow, plenty of time. This surprises me.
Yes, but I'll do this one now. Before it's too late.
But
No,
no,
not too
it's the
late,
last
really.
one. What do you mean? It's the last one. What do you mean before it's too late? Say that as if it was the second to last one or something. I should be probably rage shelling more often, to be honest.
You mean
My
gelling.
one is
You
not
mean
that.
gelling. You mean gelling, right? Rage gelling is just gelling.
Also, if you say oops after rage shelling, it's called an accident.
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, it's not a rage chill if you say oops.
Rule number
Then
one
it's
of rage
called
gel.
without
Oops, hits out a
revive.
rage gel.
Oh, Banshee's here.
Yes. Okay.
Ah, I got it.
As long as it's melee.
Probably Slasher and Lids needed more, but I still got it.
Oh.
Wait. Okay, so even the Watcher can't take Ravager Goo plus too many Swarmers.
No, I think Watcher can.
Yeah, I've done it as Portia.
I mean, it should not be a sag burst.
Well, it was Sack Burst.
Yeah, that I don't think so.
No. Okay, good.
Wall was not
What
where I
killed
needed
you?
it to be. Thank you.
Oh.
Your Slasher, I believe that you can kill that brute.
No.
Nice.
Thank you. I wanted that cannon.
You don't
Slasher, did you switch away from the Disciple?
Yeah, I want something that actually hurts Banshees. Instead of like tickling them.
But the Riders... It's not that heavy, but it's still pretty heavy.
I'll try to come around, but it's difficult.
I can get you. Never mind.
I was about to get eaten by a cannibal.
I can get you.
Now I have martial artist going.
Possibly. One moment.
Oh, oops.
Ow.
Oh.
Oh, one
That
second.
was beautiful. Honorable way of dying.
Ugh. He died? He died.
Down to Banshees?
Yeah, I think so.
Might be not seeing anything else. Oh, there is a cannibal. It was a cannibal.
You're...
Yeah, they're all back here, but it's a bunch of Ravagers and Brutes.
Oh.
Oh no, wave 6 targets.
Oh no. Oh, that's... What is it? Brutes or Ravagers?
Yeah,
It's
it's per
Brute.
brute.
Yes, I know there are no benches in this wave, but the targets are Brutes.
What the heck?
Damn it.
Just so I get the Vids.
Oops! Rage gelled, it's a bit, you know.
You kinda didn't gel at all, so...
I did the previous time, and then right as I was describing my previous rage gel, I died again, and so I had to ask myself, do I rage gel during my description of rage gelling? It's a little too meta for me.
I'm in Slasher. Or you can just gel and nuke. Nope.
That's a target. Toro.
Yep.
Oh. Come here. Why? Why do you need to do this?
Thank you.
I was just sitting here in cover, waiting for grabs and...
Yes, as soon as I got there, it went away. Or did you mean another one?
There were a couple there.
Nice work, target down. One more target has been spotted. Take him out. Squad member in trouble.
Ah, I killed one with the striker. No!
Oh, that final target still isn't dead.
That's because we haven't killed him.
Okay, I won't steal that kill from Slasher.
You tried to. You couldn't kill it, and then you say you.
Well, I could have tried another time, then I would definitely have stealed it. But I first attacked it, then I saw you were trying to kill it, then I stopped.
Oh, the target is still here.
There we go.
Oh, that's also rude.
Team member offline.
Oops.
Good work. All targets accounted for.
Alright, I
Ow.
jumped like 2 or 3 times this wave. So I'm gonna say no.
Proxy mine.
How dare you. My purpose in this game is just giving Vormeth revive medals.
Would you just be brute? After all that.
Take some shields.
Thank you.
Now you can be all shiny.
Oh, but it's all worn off already.
I just left that husk for Slasher and you had to kill it with proxy mine.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Okay, 50 melee kills, let's go.
1 sec.
15 revives, that's good.
Oh, I should have just gone for the grab. I should not have synced there, Dito. 1 moment. 1 moment. 1 moment. Except maybe not. Never mind.
The question, Warner, is how many of those 15 revives were on me? Probably like 11.
How did that even hit me? Oh, hello. 1 moment, need to fake out a Banshee. Oh, no, you're good. Where there's it. Yep, one of you up here. Oh, I wanted to blast him off the edge.
There's a lot of husks here. It's
I'm on my way. Thank you.
nice.
They have both been obliterated.
A little bit of a 7-10 split there. Ow, ow, why did I jump into goo?
Only one more enemy.
I leave it to Slasher. Or Lids.
Nice.
The bubble of love will get it eventually.
How
There
many
is no
melee
escape.
kills do you have, Slasher?
I don't know, 40 or something, I'm guessing. Maybe I can get 50, maybe.
Oh, I better get out of here.
Ooh.
Warmer, if I shouldn't even ask, you already have about 50.
Oh yeah.
You were the first one to get to that.
Was I?
I think.
Oh, I got 50. Lovely.
Oh, nice.
Noise.
Okay, so I think now it's only Lids
Yeah.
who must have 50.
I'm on like. Oh my god.
Member has flatlined.
Yeah. That's not ideal.
Yeah.
I think the problem why Lids doesn't have 50 melee kills is because he values his life too much.
No. I
Also,
would disagree.
empirical evidence would show otherwise.
Nah, I'm getting sick.
I can prevent things, right?
Yep.
Oh, and I
Well.
failed.
About that.
Can I grab over this?
No.
No.
She can grab you, though.
grabbed.
This will be the wave of the near sync kill prevention plays.
Yes.
So who will be the last one then? Vormev is playing with fire here. Vormev approaches the brute.
Brutes.
Still
You
need
make
to
a good point. I should switch to late melee now.
We still need to see the brute play with his little ball.
He's backing away. That's not fair. Oh,
Oh,
proxy mine.
This is what, like 8? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's wave 8.
Well, that was quick.
Smacker. Nice.
And Slasher got the melee.
Well, at
Yeah,
least
because-
the Volus melee is stronger than the Get Light melee. That's something.
Yeah.
Is it really?
No, it's not. But I don't think the damage is as good.
I'm gonna leave that up to you.
Walked into that.
Oh, thank you, Marauder, for protecting me from the brute. How is... Okay, then, now he's dead. Oh!
They come in lids. Don't get stomped.
Alright, it's just... well, I am very close to getting stomped.
Stop screaming so I can revive. Thanks.
Thank you. My goodness.
Oh no, all three of you. Let's there.
Oh,
I kinda wasn't looking at the screen when I got stomped.
ow. I have any op stacks? No, I don't.
Oh, that was
Marauders
easy.
weak.
Attempt to turn.
I would run.
Yep.
So the problem is... You see, the
Oops.
problem is...
Coming over, man.
I
Going to. Okay.
How many jets do you have?
No, I'm
have
getting
you,
sick.
Evan.
Lids is getting synced. So it's back to Slasher and Vormeth doing. Is it just the Banshee and the Ravager?
No.
Another.
I think I hear a brute.
There's
Oh, and there's a
a-
marauder.
See the Brute.
There is a marauder hiding
And
in the middle.
another Brute.
Two marauders.
Another
in the middle.
marauder.
Yes.
Squad member offline.
Never give up on the gimmick.
Only one more enemy.
Really thought that brute was about to pick you up there at the very end format. It really looked like it.
It was probably close.
We need that erased.
Look more intent
Of
on.
course, the hack is where I just ran away from.
So we're trying to make some progress on the objective before... Ow. Before we focus on the melee kills.
We could. Although there's full of bosses though.
Yeah.
There's only like one Marauder. Rest of everything is Banshee's brute. So
It's
And Swarmers.
Marauder.
Yeah.
I don't know what other skills
Biotic
people are
explode.
using there, but it sounded like my entire game just exploded when I used that shockwave.
oh, there's a grab here.
No! Bomber was faster.
Priorities.
Legs behind you.
You're not wrong.
Praetorian.
Oh, really? I have to
You're
go
also
Marauder.
probably not
need
wrong.
to
I
grab.
wouldn't put it past the Reapers to find a way to somehow get a Praetorian on their team.
Where's that Marauder?
Hey, Banshee.
In the Valley of Death. Ow, ow.
So walk to the land.
That brute just went invincible and killed me.
Oh my god, this melee is useless.
Okay. Keep meleeing the Banshee. I'll shield boost your lids. Where are you?
Over here,
Alright,
about to die from this Banshee.
Don't
Yeah.
die, don't die. No.
You died.
At least the Marauder didn't die, I have to grab it. Where is it?
He's moving away from grabbable cover.
Why?
Might have to freeze him. Nope. No.
Nice.
One Banshee.
Okay. Oh, oops.
Yeah, no, I mean, I need like at least 15 at this point. It's just not happening.
We have
450?
2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on like 35-ish, maybe.
It's doable.
That's
Not that
on the
easy,
side.
but not impossible.
Yeah, not a
Yeah, except I'm probably about to get synced right now.
No, that plate made it.
Oh, there's a Marauder here, let's. Never mind.
No. Stupid brute.
Oh, that's not good. I'm getting synced.
No.
I'm coming for you, right?
Oh,
Oh.
I wanted to nuke, but something got me. I haven't had the nuke ready in hand. That's unfortunate.
No.
You have. Hold on, I'm just gonna get fun with you.
I have like 3 gels left. I could have.
Oh,
I just wanted to not to gel while there's a brute on top of me.
yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah, so in that case, what? Almost 200. And if you were to count how many you guys went over.
175.
No, I'm pretty sure we are way past 200.
Yeah.
I mean, Warman
Yes,
must have got like 100 on its own.
Yes, I was. I don't know. Probably, definitely over 75.
But do those count? Or is it only the medals that qualify?
It's only the
That's
medals, but we were going for 125, which we comfortably cleared.
Okay.
Yes, we had 175 altogether.
Well, let us know, chat, if there is anything else that you'd like for us to do for the next one.
I sadly can't do custom challenges anymore.
I mean, you can throw an idea out there and see if it catches on. But you can't obligate us.
Well, still, the person I need for this challenge is not in the lobby right now, but in chat.
Oh, you want Terrell to play this? I can step aside. If you're willing to join.
I can still do this later.
I like how Yoroi did not confirm your statement, but it's very strongly implied that that is the case.
There's no one else in the chat who usually plays.
It's a special someone who thought she could get away from cheating on my challenges while I'm not there. I don't know if she knows who's meant.
Uriel is asking, is this about to be a bully fest?
I wouldn't make it too hard. If it was too hard, she wouldn't just do it and just leave the lobby. This is a throwback to the flameless Geth with javelins.
Oh no.
But it's not flameless Geth.
Alright, Yuri, you're on thin ice now. You mentioned Acolyte is bad. Now you mentioned Flamerless.
That's two strikes.
This challenge is
with
with
Uriel is
Acolytes.
just Lids is just losing his patience now.
Yes, actually, this one is instead of flameless Geth troopers, it's chargeless Nova Guards with Acolytes.
You're lucky you said Acolyte.
So your 2 strikes become like 1.9 strikes.
Yeah.
Wow, you can hear the disdain in Lids' voice there.
I want to be mad at you, but on the other hand, I can't.
Okay, I think Uriel is gonna take my spot.
You still have to find Earth.
Yes, I have to find Earth. Alright, GG.
Thanks for stopping by, Slasher.
I'll probably stop by later. I'll hang out in chat. Bye.
Catch you later then.
Chargeless Nova Guard. Oh, that's...
So obviously that means you need to use lifting shockwave.
Well, obviously.
Well,
Obviously.
My
Hey,
Nova
guys.
Guard.
Hey Uriel, what's up?
Hey.
Oh no, I just used all of my reset cards.
Buy one.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
I like how Lids still has the Spitfire.
I don't even remember when that was from. It's been a long time since I last used this specific Vanguard. Possibly, just about the only time I'm using my female Vanguard is for Scion Chargers. It's been a long time since I've done that one. Yes, probably the challenge that I've done the second most often, but still. It's been a while.
You can use the console to get a reset card.
I refuse to use one of my treasured pistol lamp 3s for this. Also, I have 10, for the record. 10.
Oh.
Double digits, mind you.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Unprecedented.
Never before
This
seen.
just may be.
You know, if this were for anything other than one of the, like, vanilla humans, I might be hesitant to do it, but, like, I have a spare one, so who cares?
Exactly.
Like, all of my, like, male vanilla human characters are just throwaway garbage piles that I can do whatever I want with.
In my case, both.
I would love to take that one out of context.
Please do.
In my case, both Vanguards are currently on a trash build. One is the 50-50 chance to get a no recharge, and the other one is without biotic charge. One is much more effective than the other.
I can't imagine which. I can't. Unfathomable.
Also, like 50% of my builds are currently not usable. I've been testing a lot with my randomizer to make a power randomizer that isn't too horrible. And in the process of that, I got some really horrible builds.
Let's see, hold on. Am I still at 200% or close to it? I throw on the heavy barrel? Probably, right?
Heavy barrel on the Acolyte is 190.
Well, you
Yeah.
can.
I mean, that's not that big of a deal.
You could take rank 6 to on passives to decrease weapon weight, but
Mhm.
who does that?
I think I've done this on the Paladin and no one else. Also for enemies, probably Reapers.
But then we can't charge into Banshee Hugs. How are we going to give the Banshees hugs?
We can figuratively charge into Banshee Hugs.
Well, we can still Nova Hug them.
That's just not the same.
Actually get the scanner.
Yeah, why not? Shockwave.
Yes, could be useful for
Oh,
Shockwave,
true. True.
But I think I'll stick to Commander Package.
I am happily setting myself up for... Oh, wait, do we have to use acolytes? Oh, right, we do have to use acolytes. I forgot about that. Hold on.
You
I
just
was
didn't
so-
say anything I've
I
already
was-
forgotten.
I was so stuck. I was so stuck on the how do I make a very stupid Novagar build part that I completely forgot about the rest of it.
You can still put a melee stunner on an Acolyte.
Yeah. Just not the same. Well, it's fine. This has changed almost nothing about my deeply stupid build anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm ready for well, I would argue I'm not ready, but you know.
Or any
It's
of us.
I'm just looking forward to charging in and or not like charging, but running in and just instantly dying.
We did
Oh,
not set
right,
this to be
it's
hazard
hazard
reactor, did we?
Ooh,
This is just
no?
a random
didn't.
hazard
No,
reactor,
it's-
which is
it
fitting
was
because I was
random.
just saying that I only use this character when I'm doing Scion Chargers, and we've gone to the Scion Chargers map against the same enemy for Scion Chargers.
All right.
Oh, I found where they have spawned.
Oh, oh, hello. I'm gonna die. Yep.
Oh, hello.
Interesting. Oh,
I think the Acolyte is so good that we can still make this work. Is
Yeah.
the quick reaction interpretation that I'm getting here?
Yes, the Acolyte is so good that it just randomly shoots, even if I don't want to.
That sounds like a you problem, first of all. Second of all, the Acolyte basically auto-primes, and we have a
what?
universal...
Why did that just not? What? Oh, there we
Detonator?
go.
The Acolyte was probably my most used weapon till my mouse broke.
No,
What
you
are
can
you
get a
standing
new
there
mouse,
for,
right?
Vids?
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, I was just saying that you know you can get a new mouse, right?
Yes, I know, but
ooh, okay.
Oh, I missed.
Very interesting. I'm learning so many new things vis-a-vis my ability to survive in this game. Okay. Guys, I don't think the Nova Guard was built to exist with charge, actually.
yes,
Somehow, I feel like this character was designed to maybe rely on that ability.
probably the most reliant on biotic charge.
Well, okay. I mean, there is also the Slayer.
Yes, but the Slayer doesn't take half of his shields or all of his shields with the shield
True.
sucking powers,
Very true.
and he doesn't have to be up close to the enemies.
Oh, that is all very true. You cowards are just shockwaving everything. I'm the only one who's bold enough
know
to
what you're
run
talking
in
about.
and actively get killed.
I definitely did not make that statement about the Acolyte just because I can prime everything in one hit with the Acolyte, followed up with Shockwave and kill the moves in one hit, for one combo.
Wow.
Oh, I killed it with Acolyte. I'm pretty much Acolyte, Shockwave, Nova, Shockwave, Nova, and then
Be like
dying.
me and get murdered by brutes, cowards.
But I am kind of.
Well,
Punch her with your gun!
you know, if not for the complete and utter lack of survivability, I think this would be a pretty good combo. The Cryo Acolyte and,
Ow.
and, ooh, melee build. Ugh. No, 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 no.
This isn't nearly as horrible as I thought it would be.
Not as horrible.
I don't know
but
how to take that comment.
Still,
Oh no.
still horrible in its own special way.
Well, I've tried this build
punch right in
first
the
in
butt.
Platinum, and in Platinum it was horrible.
I believe it.
Because Acolyte deals like near to no damage against armor. And you have to use Nova up close to deal damage. Which is like running into the group of enemies with no heals.
Taken down by Cannibal, taken down by Marauder, taken down by Cannibal. I'm about to be dead. Like,
Taken
dead.
down by Cannibal?
No, but like on the
Yeah.
kill feed, it's like
Yeah.
one of us was killed by a Cannibal, another by a Marauder, and a third
We were
by
having
a
a good
Cannibal.
time, is what you were saying.
One after another.
Is it the target Banshee that is on me?
Oh, we're still on an objective! Oh my god!
Maybe.
I thought that was like 10 years ago. Wow.
It was 10 years ago.
I was like,
are
surely
not
the
wrong.
objective is done by now. No, I was wrong. Oh my, she doesn't even have any damage on her. Wow. Guys, we've really dropped the ball on this one. Oh, God. Oh, no. Acolyte kill. Oh, no.
On a brute?
Oh no! What do you mean?
Acolyte kill on a brute? That's just wasteful.
Beautiful thing. I don't even know what you're talking about. Beautiful thing, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
What? What? I object.
Season.
He just blasted off into the stratosphere to avoid my grab. That's rude. It's uncalled for. The heck,
Oh my
man?
god! What?
That might have been the Marauder that blasted off in the stratosphere. First of all.
Oh, I'm out of.
Oh,
You thought you could get me, you fools.
Admittedly,
You
I
almost got me if the door didn't close on me.
prioritized killing an enemy in the reactor before I activated it.
Kill me, Banshee! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Oh.
Oh right, the human
A shark
soldier
rocket.
doesn't have a sprint melee like the Drow.
Enemies approaching.
oh. I don't think I'd never noticed that.
But he has
I
the same
have
animation.
definitely noticed it.
I kind of get the feeling I should have picked the gear that gives me 9 op specs.
Perhaps so. I think we're all regretting a few things, Rui.
Yeah.
One or two things.
Oops.
Personally, I'm regretting everything that has led to me not having any way of dealing with armored enemies
But you have
whatsoever.
Shockwave and Nova.
Ah, yes, Nova, the incredibly viable ability
hello.
that will not lead to me getting murdered. Oh,
Well, it's actually good at not getting you murdered. It gives you invincibility while using
Oh, look at that guy! The flying cryo
oh
dude.
no, I'm, yep.
One moment.
Oh god, my body, oh no.
One moment.
Oh, why did I do that into the goo?
on the boot.
What?
I got you. Oh, never mind. I don't catch you.
That cannibal teleported away from me to avoid being killed by my melee. Well. 5 revives, yeah. And a Nova cancel my way to victory.
That's what we should do on a hack, just Nova casting till the hack is over.
Yeah.
I've actually tried that before. And by try, I mean, I was off host, so it was a comedy of errors.
Yes, I did that on Escort on Platinum, and it worked really well until I started getting staggered by Primes.
Yeah, that's just it. You get pushed around too much. Eventually, oh, hello.
Yes, once you start getting staggered, it just never ends.
You said you could kill me in the reactor while we were talking about
Oh.
Nova canceling?
Oh, were you in the reactor? I just hit it on instinct. I had no idea if anyone was even in there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I pay attention to other people when I play this game? Come on.
That was mine.
I'm not getting synced.
Could see your character model. But
Oh, nice.
think see what happened there.
What is going on over here?
What isn't going on?
Oh.
Yeah! Got him.
I like how you both got a melee kill at the same time on a Banshee. You know what? We should make a game. Everyone gets in the reactor, and who dies, I don't know, gets some punishment. And no using up specs.
I was gonna say, so basically whoever gets to use
just
an up
Nova canceling. No, you know how to
Also,
Nova cancel
mistakes were made.
Lids, do you?
Okay. Wow, I died in a way that caused me to get launched back to the top of this staircase. That's incredible. Also, see how comfortable I was? Oh my god. That was
Oh, did I get stomped? Oh.
Oh.
Well, apparently I got stomped.
Oh, you got
could
stomped.
not- I couldn't see my own body.
Oh
so
right, there's
that's
two
news
targets.
to me.
Oh god. Oh guys, oh no.
Wait, this is just wave 6?
Yes.
Oh. There is,
I
buddy.
nuked this one. Oh,
It had one bar left.
okay, then I...
Yurui, why does this always happen with your challenges? Every time.
Well, this is because you used
Oh,
Flamer
okay.
twice in my Flamerless challenge.
Now it's our
Yeah,
fault.
because you weren't there to tell me not to.
What?
That's what happens. Oh. Wanted to punch it in the butt. What a letdown.
At least this time I gave you something to deal with shield gate.
Oh my god! The ragdoll animations on some of these enemies sure are something.
I think just for this we should have put on the ragdoll bosses mod.
Oh, hey, look, it's the target.
Yes, who
How's it going,
activated-
Format?
Well, there are two of us in the reactor, and one of us is dead. Do the math.
I was dead before the reactor activated.
No, Format, I was watching you that entire time. Novaing while in the reactor going off was bold strategy, though. I respected
Yeah.
that. I respected that a lot.
Yeah, that's Nova canceling. That's what we were talking about.
Oh my god. Okay, alright, okay. No.
Alright, there's still targets.
There are indeed.
Who do you think you are, me? Sorry, there's only room for one idiot in this match.
guess everyone else is... Do we all have to leave then? 'Cause
Yeah, I know. Title we're all competing
Yes.
for.
Yeah, this should actually be just me soloing. Just like drowning in my own stupidity.
Yes. That should be fun. You should solo this.
No, you could have stopped that after 3 words, just like you should solo. Then I'd be like, yeah, that is a fitting punishment. Aww. How did he kill me with his butt?
Ooh.
How does that make any sense?
Man, that's a hard one to come back from.
Yeah, I got
Wait a
that.
second. Got it.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Also, quick question. Who has half blast and who has a power recharge?
I went half.
Ooh, I don't even remember.
Well, when you use Nova, do you have, do you really
Little preoccupied
use
at
all
the
your
moment.
barriers or just half?
One moment.
Lids, I would have gotten you if not for the Banshee. I'm allergic to Banshees.
Now you
Oh my
understand
God.
why I did
that's
not
Banshee.
answer the question. See, the thing is, Yoroi, that Banshee is currently chasing me away from you.
Oh, great. So you are chasing the Banshee away from me. That's great.
Hey, you know, just helping you out. That's all.
It does.
One moment.
Gracias.
Where's the Marauder?
Oh, I'm covered in goo. Ugh.
Like, somehow this lifting with Shockwave and then trying to detonate with Nova doesn't work that well. I think I haven't gotten a single biotic explosion.
Yeah, I haven't heard a single one either. I was trying for that early on and then I gave up.
Thank you.
Oh. Well. I didn't even mean to do that.
Ah, there you are. Sniper with the acolyte. Well, or not.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Enemy force approaching.
Huh?
Oh, they're not here.
On there.
That's my only defense
Whoa,
against
you're
double
right.
banshees.
Fair enough. My defense was to run away.
Yeah, look at all those assists.
It depends to just get grabbed and let you handle the rest.
Let who? Oh god. Oh god.
Probably Bormath
Eh.
and Lids.
You're just saying that because I have all my missiles.
I have 6. But I don't have any ops specs left. Oh, there's a Banshee stuck over there.
3 nukes, 1 ops pack, 5 gels. That's all that matters. Aw. You deserved that, honestly.
What did I do this time?
Taking one of my marauders.
Ow.
Oh,
Middle swarmer.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Farewell.
Love the squish sound as I stepped on the lethal swarmer. for added effect.
Well, you know how in
Well, you're back.
Australia, Lids, they have to like check their shoes for spiders?
Yeah.
This is exactly like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what would happen. If the Reapers succeeded in taking over the galaxy would become Australia.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think
mean,
you are correct.
the galaxy already has Australia. It's called Tachanka.
Oh, I'm... Okay, never mind, I'm not stuck.
Hello, Banshee.
No, I already burned my shield.
Poor Matt. The rare strategic self-reactor.
I didn't activate it.
You didn't? It really looked like you pop out to activate it on yourself.
I wanted to, but it already was activated. I'm just meleeing the Banshee. I'm hearing lots of melee sounds.
Well, we're Nova Guards.
Punched her in the knee.
She'll never adventure again.
I used to be an
yeah, I could
adventurer
just-
like you until I got punched so hard in the knee that I died.
Exactly.
Now she's gonna walk up to budding adventurers and ask them if someone stole their wheat roll.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. Okay, I'm fine. No worries, everyone.
Whoever this is near me, you are about to get a Banshee visit.
Throughout this match, I just love wherever we go. Every unarmored target is just flying all over the place.
Well, of course.
Uh-oh.
Ow. Ow.
Oh no.
Oh,
Please don't do that.
how dare you, Vids.
See, the thing is, I was working on that Banshee long before you were.
Yes, but I was so close to getting on that.
Alright. No, Banshee? No.
You see, you adopted the Banshee. I was born in it.
Pardon?
What?
You know, and the thing
Hold on.
I knew where it was going to, and I was like, you know what? I'll just embrace it.
Also, I knew where that was going, and I was like, surely he's going to modify that
Nope.
in some way. And then
Nope.
he didn't. I was like, well,
You know what?
I guess that did happen, huh? What's up, Formap?
Yeah, can run like 2 Banshees right now.
Oh, paper.
No!
One's down.
Thank you.
Oh, there's a Ravager.
Look, I
The
don't
other
hold
side.
grudges
There
or
sure
something.
is.
Ow.
Let's all just keep shockwaving into the reactor.
I mean, it sounded like a good idea.
It's just such a beautiful sound
Whoop,
of 4
whoop, whoop, whoop,
simultaneously shock waves.
Guys, we were just making a dubstep remix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we just revived a friend with dubstep.
That's what really happens.
Okay, I'm gonna
when-
Nova cancel from there to the
Oh god! Oh
extraction
god!
zone.
Hold on.
Oh no, no, someone stop him.
No, I'm over here to witness it. Someone get him away from me.
Oh no!
Oh, I was so close to getting sick by the druid. Oh, I got 10 revives.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh,
Oh my god!
this is not good.
Okay.
Whoever this is,
Alright.
I'd love these banshees to not be here right now.
At this point, I don't even remember what it's like to have biotic charge.
Oh, look at that acolyte use.
I can't remember what it's like to have barriers.
Oh, hello, friends. Hello,
Nice
more
guy.
friends. There are some additional friends here, just for the record.
I didn't want the acolyte to kill you.
Why wouldn't you want that?
He's trying to punch.
I'm just gonna kill the banshee with an acolyte, you know, because
Oh no,
Had to prove
I
a
messed
point.
it up once.
oh, hello, other personnel. Ow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
How many nukes did we use at all?
I haven't used any.
I don't think I've used any
So
either.
do I.
I have 2 left.
Be on the stairs right now.
Yeah, worth it.
No, so close.
Mutual destruction.
Oh, wait, what?
Fire explosion.
Fire explosion.
Well,
Nope.
I'll pass.
How's that Marauder still alive and where is the Marauder?
Ow.
Where is the Marauder indeed?
That's
By the
the
LT.
problem with
He's
lifting shockwaves, finding
right
the
by the
enemies after
beacon?
lifting them.
Well, he's shooting at me wherever he is.
Kind of.
Vormav. Oh, he respawned right here.
Ow, I don't want to be
I
here.
might die. Nope. Ooh, 25 melee kills. That is more than I thought I would get, quite frankly.
This is
I'm
not
a
going to
little
end well
shocked
for
by
me.
my. I think I have 11 now.
You're a little shock waved even.
Indeed.
Oh, the Marauder.
Oh,
Oh, reactor just went off.
Away he goes.
one seconds.
Acolyte for the win.
Well, That was certainly something. It was definitely a thing that happened.
So what did we learn today, kids?
The Nova Guard is bad without the guard part.
No.
Kind of.
That Acolyte is the best weapon in the game.
Well, and it. For
I
this
don't know
game,
that
it
that's a
actually
thing we
worked for
learned.
me.
Alright, well, chat, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Also, I may be stuck in the store for the next century.
I'm just looking at what challenge is close to completing.
Oh, wait. Do this. And 7HQ, which is not currently working.
I will be back in a moment. Let me know if we find something to do.
Okay. Tech explosions detonated. That has already gone through. Cool. Oh, throw. I have a lot left for biotic mastery, so it's not even like that's about to get triggered anyway. And a dark channel. Smash. Several things that are very close to finishing there.
Wow, apparently I didn't do the anniversary challenge enough.
Why is that?
I need 5 more platinum jade waves and 1 more platinum hydro wave.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. Don't think I have anything that's super duper close or anything like that. Striker, need a tiny bit. Oh, but I was using that earlier. Darn. Yeah, we blew through those custom challenges pretty quickly, didn't we? Yeah, I need 1 wave on Platinum Ghost. That's also one of the ones for the graduation, or rather the anniversary challenge. What else? Striker assault rifles, the most easily attainable one that is just moments away. Yeah, man. Just over 4,000 for it. Darn. So close. Yeah, and I mean, Slasher, if you have an idea, of course, you can always throw it out there and we can, if it sounds intriguing, we can always opt for it on a more voluntary basis.
All right, what's the plan?
I'm not sure there is a plan yet. We were just taking a peek at N7HQ, seeing if there's anything that inspired us based on what we are close to finishing.
I saw one thing that would like lead to a match that lasts 15 minutes at most. Because you didn't finish the Vorcha Soldier and you didn't finish the Rika.
Ugh.
Oh wait, Slasher's choosing characters
Hold up.
and weapons.
Slasher did say he had seemingly had interest in going for a custom challenge,
The old-fashioned way.
but instead looks like he's just going to request everything else.
Yes. If challenge isn't available, then just request everything.
4 times Volus.
What's the catch?
No
All
Battalion
different.
Gun.
Okay.
Now
Dibs on
it's just
adept.
no Batarian Gauntlet and everyone has to get 25 melee kills.
Oh, don't say that. Because what if he was going to say something else? And
Spitfire is the weapon. Oh no. Map
Alright,
is
still-
dagger.
Still dibs on adept.
Dibs on Merc.
Gross.
Enemy is Geth.
Dips on Engineer.
Was that
Looks
leaving
like
Vanguard?
Lids has dibs on Vanguard.
Oh no, guys, how could you? Oh, that's so mean.
Well, I don't want to be an off-host Vanguard. I've just been one.
Although to be fair, with Spitfire, this is actually going to be a problem.
Well, Lids, it's time for you to roleplay a bowling ball.
Pokeball, actually.
Oh my god.
Role play.
Any other specifications if you wanted to make it a challenge or?
Well, anything additional that he requests would have to just be like...
It will feel like it.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be a horrendous mistake, but that's fine.
Dagger Hazard. Ooh, that does complicate things for me. That
Gross.
does complicate things for me.
Hmm.
Oh wait. I'm the mob. Oh no. Recon Mine and Spitfire, this is gonna take forever. What's the power recharge? Oh, 16.67 seconds.
Oh,
beautiful.
goodness.
I didn't forget it, apparently.
Well, there's always power efficiency.
Wow.
Okay, I think I'm good whenever you guys are. These little
Hey,
walking Gatling guns.
well, will we be walking, though? I think that's
Debatable.
optimistic.
Yeah, what's up, Cal? How are you? We have just gotten a request from Slasher to go all Volus. Everyone is a different kind of Volus. We must all carry the Spitfire on Dagger Hazard against Geth.
Sure is a loadout you've got there, Lids.
I mean,
Is it curious?
have you not seen me use Volus Protector before? I mean, the Spitfire is, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a problem, and Dagger Hazard specifically is going to be a bit of a problem, but, you know, we'll find a way to make do with our ultralights and power efficiencies to make up for that.
Wait, hold on. Vormav, what was your response to that just then?
Which one?
I don't... Like you said, is it curious?
Formav has seen me Batarian
What?
Gauntlet with the Volus
No,
Protector
I
many
don't-
times before.
I don't understand that specific response, though. What's the context?
Is his build curious?
No one said that word before you did. That's why I'm confused.
You said it's curious.
No, I said that sure is a build.
It's semantics.
Why do I have commando package?
Why do you?
I'm an engineer with a Spitfire. Why?
You're ruined. Please don't go commando.
I think it's because I had that from last game.
I mean, I think we can all say pretty safely, When we're talking about the diaper Voluses, please do not go commando.
Viper. Ugh.
I know what I go with. This has worked really well. All the times I've used it.
I'll trip.
Well, actually, on the anniversary event, I've managed to Vormeth get OD synced by reviving him with Medical Transmitter.
Oh,
Nice.
that's beautiful.
Oh, that
Actually,
is beautiful.
I
That is
love that.
beautiful.
That actually is beautiful.
Okay, I'm ready.
The last time I
And-
used Medical Transmitter, I tried to do just that, and I just couldn't pull it off. I never once got the chance to get a true transmitter-specific revive, and I was distraught.
So when I used
Into
it, I
a
got
sync
like...
kill.
Yes,
Format,
I
don't
got,
get any
like-
ideas.
We just lost an important target. Area's uncontrolled.
But when using it, I got like... out of my
Running
6
through
Medicals,
Jello.
4 of them I revived someone else with me.
Did anyone take adrenaline? Out of
No, but
curiosity.
No.
missile, it kind of feels like it.
I did not because I have no fitness, and so if I don't have cyclonics,
Ow.
I pass away.
Ow.
Oh.
Yeah, so just a heads up, there's gonna be a lot of that happening. It's
This
gonna be
is
a lot of the charge once and then
this
die.
is a difficult map to do. Oh, Liz.
I may
What
have
are you-
accidentally pressed the wrong button to try to revive myself before I got stomped.
Incredible.
Incredible.
And couldn't I even, with a Medical Transmitter, revive someone just got synced? But I have to be down next to him when using it.
Wait, what? No, that's not possible. Is it? The
I'm not
power
sure, but I
Medical
think I've heard.
Transmitter circumvent
if
I
someone
have to
syncs.
gets-
activate my what's it?
I think
we
if
go.
someone gets synced, but before they bleed out, if you revive with
No one bleeds out while being synced.
Oh, but there's still a very short time. It says they go down and then immediately bleed out. I think you can even revive someone in that short window with Medical Transmitter.
I don't have
Not
any
100% sure.
You know what this means, though, right?
Heyday.
We will have to test it.
Oh, absolutely. Next match is 100% all Medical Transmitters.
Yes, and someone has to get synced. Right next to someone who died.
Yes. That doesn't sound at all annoying to coordinate. Oh, that was rude.
I don't know if Slasher's still here, but I think... Did I hear that from Slasher
Thank
that
you.
works?
Come on, get him. Get him. Oh, hold on. Oh, 1 second. Oh, he's not here anymore. They'll never see me. Oh, also I've missed my desired target.
I'm getting bullied.
I was kind of worried about not being able to use shield boost with the Spitfire, but that kind of... I don't have the problem because I just get your shield boost all the time.
We have an opportunity to eliminate some high-ranking enemy personnel. Zero in on the targets and terminate.
Oh, over here. Ow. Also.
Oh. Well. I mean, I guess.
Switch to a bomber? Nice.
Oh. The target was there. Take that.
Oh, get out of here. Come on. Oh, nope. Didn't lock. Oh, no, I did lock on. Never mind. Yeah, I can't do that when I have Spitfire. I'm not fast enough. Oh, no. Oh, no! That doesn't sound good. Oh.
I stopped firing, but he was already dead.
I can't see over this enough, can I? I doubt it.
I cannot see anything anywhere.
What could possibly go wrong? Well, there's your answer. Slasher says something like that is possible. Not sure exactly what, but something.
The manager transmitter revive after getting synced.
Yeah, something along those lines. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what you were responding to or reacting to previously.
Slasher answered that pretty much after I stated
Okay,
that. So.
gotcha.
Ow.
Vormath?
Uh-huh.
Don't.
What? Please allow me to punch this individual.
You have this habit of standing right where I'm trying to, like, dodge to.
That's a lot of people, apparently.
Uh-oh. Ow! Pain and suffering!
And I feel this is even worse than the biotic chargeless Nova guards.
I mean, it's functionally chargeless for me.
You may
Just
not be
about.
right.
Let me charge it. I have no idea if I'm actually hitting it.
This isn't the first time we've done all Volos with Spitfires.
Probably not.
Or isn't.
I'm pretty sure we've done this like 2 times or so before.
Mission accomplished. Enemy is regrouping. Enemy force approaching.
Roll the safety. Now that's you.
Rui, I like how we were both like cautiously cloaking while going around that corner, and then there was nothing there.
Oh.
That's like
we were both so sure there would be an enemy.
That's just the Volus life.
What is this
Yeah.
caution of which you speak?
Oh no!
Have you read or did you read Snouch Volus guide? Every corridor you go in, first cloak.
I mean, without the Spitfire, it's legitimately not bad. But with the Spitfire, you really need to get your shield back as quickly as possible. And that's hard to do when your charge takes forever to come back off cooldown.
And if you alternate between light melee and sprint melee, you can get you can cloak all the time without pause.
Pretty much.
I can't even tell what the enemy is that I'm shooting at.
I
there we go.
can't really.
I
Oh
guess
well,
it was
apparently
a
this is
trooper.
Prime. I'd love a trooper right about now. Take that over these primes. Oh, that's a hunter. Also, usually I can one-shot... I think I can usually one-shot hunters with a charge plus heavy melee. I'm not sure what would...
But now you don't have a heavy shotgun blade, just the usual sword rifle one.
Is the shotgun one higher damage?
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Oh,
50,
okay, that
but
must be it then. That must be it.
The assault rifle is just 25.
Okay. That's definitely it then.
It's just too bad they made it look like the one for the shotgun.
Right.
Because it wouldn't have been as confusing that way.
Yeah, so I also like how a holographic blade is heavier than a real blade.
Yeah.
You raise an interesting point.
It's the computer they have to install.
Right.
There it
All the
is.
vacuum
Boom.
tubes.
Nice.
To 50% strength. We've established scramblers for disrupting our
All right, guys, I got it. Don't worry.
Yes,
I'm
we
on
have
it.
4 infiltrators, we can do this.
I was gonna say though, if not for the fact that this is a terrible map, I really wouldn't mind this challenge too much.
Oh! Everything's fine.
It wasn't random. Slasher especially requested this map, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a terrible map,
Yes, it is.
especially for a full list, but also just like in general, really.
Why is it there?
I'm on it,
I
guys.
just lured the enemies that direction.
Oh, they still saw me.
it's-
Oh no! Oh no! No!
I have plenty of distractions.
This is just hurting me. Such a grabbable enemy and I can't grab.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Imagine if that had been one of Harbinger's lines.
I'll be
Instead
honest,
of-
I don't even remember what that's a quote from. I know it's a quote from something.
I don't know, but rather than this hurts you, imagine if he'd been like, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
Okay, come in, let's slowly.
That's okay. Uriel's
I
got me.
gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay.
How I really... Does anyone from chat remember what that's from? Now this is gonna haunt me for the rest of the stream. I don't remember what
Yeah,
that's
it's
from.
bothering me too.
Do you recognize it?
I know I've heard it before. I don't remember.
It's not a Harbinger line from Mass Effect 2. It's very close to one.
It's,
It can't be a Harbinger line.
no, because Harbinger's is this hurts you. Which is
Well, he
the
has
exact
a lot of
opposite.
lines.
Yeah, he is
exactly.
alternate
Yeah,
versions of a
but
bunch
he,
of lines.
he makes no mention of it hurting him.
Yeah,
That
he has
doesn't
no
make
mention
sense.
of anything hurting him.
I don't think he has a concept of harm
Pain.
or pain
Yeah.
Yeah.
vis-a-vis his person.
Oh, well that was quick.
Um,
Guys, turns out there are enemies over there. In case you're wondering.
They're everywhere.
That is also true.
I didn't even notice before you said
what?
that.
Oh, it could have been a kill streak. Should have been a kill streak. Ow.
If I were all of the enemies, where would I be? Oh, right here.
Where? Oh, well, I found them.
Mystery solved.
It's you.
Oh, finally, the sandstorm is gone.
I really
Oh.
hope nothing comes up behind me.
Turns out there were a couple of hunters right behind you, Yuri.
Yes.
Oh, there's another hunter, right. Let me just kill this one.
The angle of this is perfect. It's hilarious. Oh.
What?
Well, you were right on top of me, so I just had this really dramatic angle of this tiny little bolus shooting a Spitfire and the recoil of it, but I couldn't see what you were shooting at. All I could see was you really shooting that thing really hard.
Yes, that was great. I just watched it on your stream.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
It was a work of art.
Like, as you were describing it, Lids, I was like, that couldn't, whatever it is, couldn't possibly be that funny, and then I saw it.
Yes.
It was a masterpiece.
Truly.
Enemies inbound.
I keep forgetting I have stasis.
I keep forgetting I have powers.
I keep forgetting I have life.
Don't we all from time to time?
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Oh, you wouldn't be able to relate, Ormav.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun little thing on gold. If this were on plat, then I think the overall tenor of the match would be quite different.
I would have rage quit ages ago.
Okay, come in, let's enemies
Oh,
are dead.
I was about to. Oh, we're not out of time. Uh-oh. Yeah, this small decrease in damage is, as it turns out, very significant. I can't one-shot pyros.
Decrease in damage?
With the,
In the blades.
between the blades, yeah.
Ah.
Wouldn't be able to one-shot pyros with this combo, but still. Hunters, I think I could.
Not if I'm shooting them while you're at it.
I mean, that definitely helped.
What even am I shooting? I think I'm just shooting at Uriels.
Or
Yeah.
me. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Someone was definitely shooting at me. So I just shot back at them.
Naturally. As one does.
Yeah,
Oh no.
as one does. Stasis.
Oh, I wanted to
My
punch
old
him to
friend.
death.
Oh. Why?
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Enemy force approaching. Acknowledged.
Oh god.
Wait, where'd they go? Exactly. Oh, never mind, I found
Uriel
them.
has... Yes, Uriel, you have the infinite shooting glitch, visual glitch again.
Oh, nice. That's what I deserve.
Sometimes I'm not too sure about Lids, but he just non-stop fire.
I just, what?
Non-stop firing.
Oh. I mean, I'm not firing
Unless
very
you're-
often in this match.
Yes, unless you're charging and punching.
I mean, if I am firing while I'm charging, then that's pretty awesome. I'll take that.
Oh, you're not. Or was it Vormev I meant? Because he was just beside me.
Maybe.
Guys? Guys, please.
Can I?
What?
Can I really?
That's what I do. Whoever's teasing me with the bar map,
It wasn't letting me. It was canceling all my revive
it's
attempts.
weird.
Oh no.
Oh! Yeah, you kept reviving me a quarter and then it would stop. Oh, I'm gonna get stopped.
That bomber just staggered me away from its bombs.
Nice. Well,
Like it
that's
dropped
dang
them
it.
and then it shocked me and I stumbled
it's-
away.
Like in movies, like it was trying to fake your death so no one else would come after you.
That makes
that's
sense.
I wanted the pyro.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yep,
This
speaking
is,
of pyro.
right now,
Oh, I'm shell-less. Well, that's great. Now, chat, watch as we observe Uriel in a natural habitat.
alright, I forgot again, I have powers.
Watch as the Volus continues to fire the Spitfire, because it has functionally
Where
unlimited
even-
ammunition.
I'm just so used to powers being on cooldown right now that I sometimes completely forget that I can actually use them.
Oh wait, there's more than one prime, huh?
Maybe.
I actually
yes,
can't.
there's a prime.
Oh my god! Don't do this. Don't do this to me. hello.
What's shooting me?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there's another one.
Sure is.
Hey, that was a headshot. Nice. Don't know how, but I'll take those.
Yeah, you know what they say about gift horses. Yeah, plus
Don't let them
47
into your
assist.
fortified kingdom.
Don't chop off their heads and put them on your rivals' beds.
Oh, finally, heck, we don't have to move in this one.
Well, you say that, but how defensible will this position turn out to be? I guess we'll find out.
It's one of the better hack positions on this map.
Ooh. Nice mine.
But also consider, we are very small, and it is...
Bolus small?
Oh, hello. Oh!
And I can barely see over the cover. If it wasn't for the drone, I wouldn't see the enemies. The mine.
You know who can see over cover, though? The rocket troopers, as it turns out.
Bolus big!
Bolus
Know what I
perfectly
just killed?
average. For a Bolus.
Oh, there's primed. Pyros coming from the left. But Vids is already on his way to punch them.
How'd you know? Uh-oh. Breather damaged.
Wait, no!
Yeah, you just need to coordinate when everyone uses their shield boost so you have a permanent uptime on the shield boost.
That's why I'm always sticking close to someone. And probably shouldn't stick close to Lids because you're gonna charge away.
Exactly. I was like, what is this standing next to people thing of which you speak? Well, apparently, I'm punching a different one. I am apparently punching a different one. So it was nice knowing you all.
I think someone should get him.
It was nice knowing you all.
And how do you propose that?
Well,
Well,
I
too late.
guess we don't have to consider it anymore.
Well, I guess a
I guess
bolus.
that puzzle solved itself.
Yes, I guess a bolus with a Spitfire wasn't fast enough.
Strange.
I'm shocked. I refuse
Yes,
to reload for the
75
remainder
kills.
of this wave.
What was that?
Hold on, I need a dramatic. No format. I was just getting the dramatic. There you go. There you go. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The camera loves him. Now don't walk into the side of the wall, format, when the paparazzi are showing up.
I just wanted to say, at least I didn't get
Oh,
synced
no,
this game,
it's
but
this
then
one.
I
I
remembered
thought
we are fighting
I
again.
thought it was the other extraction area. Guys, it's the lower one.
Yes.
What is he shooting at? The world may never know.
Ormel,
He was
are you
shooting at
shooting
me.
right now?
Yeah,
Okay, so you are just holding the shoot button. It's not
That's
the
right.
button.
Yeah, he was shooting at me.
In
This is
style.
discrimination.
In style, though. And that's what matters.
took extra thermal clip packs and I realized I'd used one by the end of for extraction. I was like, okay, well, you know what? I just need to use these now.
Well done.
Lids and I really knocked it out of the park with our revives, huh? Like a true bolus.
I got 5. I've got 10.
and
You're welcome.
There was the Vanguard and the weapons platform adept who didn't contribute. We were just like, yeah, you guys have got it.
Well, I was the 16-second cooldown one.
Yeah, I think I probably had the shortest cooldown.
Just got Saber 10.
Very
Nice.
nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, be right back again.
All right, chat. In the meantime, let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. I remember that is Slasher's favorite weapon. Might need to
Saber.
break it out here. I don't use it very often either.
I usually use it on the Korean marksman.
Does it have a headshot damage multiplier? Higher than usual?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
I think
Okay.
it's the normal.
But it fires slowly, so it kind of has that same type of feel where you need to make sure that every shot counts.
Well, that's why I use it with marksman. It also works without, but
Yeah, I was just wondering if stasis for it would be useful, or if just the pure rate of fire and damage from marksman would be preferable. I mean, obviously marksman's great no matter what.
you could also go with a flameless trooper with the saber.
You can leave. EGI.
Yes, TGI works really well. Even GI, also great. Increases
Yeah.
rate of fire again. But the best thing about the saber is the sound when shooting.
All right, what is going on?
I am just setting up for a saber-centric match.
Nice.
This will probably be my last match.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
same.
worries.
Oh, are we all gonna use the saber, or?
Oh, to you guys. You don't have to.
I can. Well, I already have it equipped on my marksman. Also, everyone has to equip medical transmitter.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Oh, I forgot about the Metagel
That
transmitter
sounds-
match.
We don't need to
Oh,
prove it.
tedious.
Slasher said it works. We trust him.
It wasn't serious, you don't have to.
Oh, thank God.
For now.
For now. Okay, I think I'm all set whenever you guys are. Is everyone else breaking out the saber?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of
Nice.
course.
All right, so wait, hold on. What direction do people go in? So I went TGI, Orion Marksman. Yep, that makes sense. Get Engineer. Okay. Oh, well, Hunter mode obviously helps a lot, and Overload just helps you get more shots in, I suppose. And then the Stasis was what I was wondering how effective that might be. To help set it up.
Effective.
Yeah.
It will be effective.
It was super effective.
How heavy is the saber?
It's not super heavy.
It's not too heavy, yes.
It's moderately heavy.
So it's still usable with Asari.
For someone who's used to using the Claymore on everyone, the Saber's fine.
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be so weird to move at a normal speed. Oh god, this feels so
Oh.
fast.
Oh my god, her mode.
After playing
Yeah, that was
Vorta,
preemptive. There we
I
go.
played Vorta with Adrenaline and every speed boosting evolution, then switched over to Bolus
Oh,
with
no.
Spitfire. I like the headshots I'm getting today. Like, I could shoot at their feet and it would still count as the headshot.
Oh, just being really generous with what does and does not count.
Yurui, that was incredible. Us like chaining those shots. Ah, beautiful.
I don't know if it's because of your host today, but like, I'm shooting anywhere but the head and everything counts as a headshot.
One
You know,
time,
maybe their
we'll
heads
check
just
the
aren't
base-
where you thought they were.
Possible.
Oh, hello.
Oh my god. I am also, I will say, I mean, like, I know this is kind of like a headshot machine, but also I am getting weirdly easy headshots. What? Did anyone else see that? Yeah, how am I already at 10? What is this? What?
Oh, yeah, that's
Every
the
time-
secret power buff on the Saber, is that actually everything counts as a headshot.
Every time I fire my gun, it's a headshot.
So it doesn't have a headshot multiplier per se, but you know, it does just by extension mean that headshots are more effective than usual, you know?
Oops.
Poor map, I was next to you.
What's up, Seawolf? How are you?
Like how that Satyrian just walked right beside to me. It really wanted to get headshotted by me, so it just really right walked into the bullet.
Walk ever so slightly more slowly, sir. Darn, I wanted to steal that headshot.
Oh, I went behind it just so I could get the headshot. Then it focuses on me. I hear it.
You are what character?
I guess.
Yes, he doesn't like other machines.
Well, that was satisfying.
happy.
What?
Turret.
Oh,
Firing blindly, hoping I hit something. Oh, hello. That is a turret. Ooh,
yes, I have sabotage for turrets.
nice.
Okay, well, I've destroyed the turret. There's a turret out in the LZ as well. Did that
Okay,
Centurion just duck from across the map in anticipation of my shooting him in the head?
Oh, another
That's
turret.
really what it looked like. That Centurion saw into the future. I can get you.
Of course he did.
Hang tight. Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is still active.
This turret is it still there?
I got rid of some of them.
Enemy force approaching.
Ow. Rude. Also, no turrets allowed, please.
God.
Oh, I was spoke. I did not even remember that I was spoke. Oh, it's a turret.
Oh. The hazard killed me.
But you want to just keep respawning here? That works for me.
And there's a turret.
This turret.
No, wait.
Warm
There
up.
we go.
Oh. Why am I dying non-stop this way? Oh, thanks.
They're down to 50% capability.
Well, I didn't even realize I had any headshots at all, or headshot medals, and then I looked down and had 20.
Nice.
So, consider me in that club of, wait, that counted as a headshot?
Well, I had at the beginning, now I have only 5. I don't even have 10 right now.
Stop it!
Stop moving. I don't know what you stasis, but I'm assuming it's dead.
Yeah, it was a phantom.
Did it immediately die from
Ow.
stasis or did you kill it first?
Wow. Well,
Oh, that's
I
also
killed
dead.
it.
Ow. Turret. You may not have another turret. Oh,
Oh, I don't have any piercing. That's why I can't shoot them through the walls.
Alright, there you go.
Oh,
I gotcha.
Hang on.
Is there a turret?
I'm dying like non-stop with the hazard. What is this?
Oh,
Liz,
hello.
I thought that you were a Death Hunter first.
Oh,
That was a very confusing moment for me.
okay. Well, I mean, can't say I haven't thought the same thing of other people in the past, so no problem.
Actually fighting Cerberus.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that we're fighting Cerberus, though, does raise some questions. That is-
Irrelevant.
It happens to the best of us.
Oh, off with your head.
Oh,
Oh, that's a turret down at the bottom of those stairs over there. That's Oh. Well, that's not good.
Excuse me?
Did you get synced?
Yeah, by a phantom I didn't even know existed.
At least,
well.
at least it wasn't invisible.
Rather it had been invisible.
Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.
But it's been a while since we've had invisible phantoms on Lid's host.
True.
Yuri would know. Yuri is the
I think there was one game without
Oh, that's
we've had invisible phantoms.
The saber, but it makes such a stupid noise.
Whoops.
I don't even know how I would describe it either.
oh, that's
Oh,
Poor man.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
What is it? Oh, it's
Hazardous.
just the hazard. A turret I could at least hack.
Oh, that was sloppy.
Oh, you're on the other side.
You.
No. Goodbye, Phantom. Not this time. Not again. Only once, etc.
Oh. Wow.
Oh!
Oh, that's a phantom. That's a phantom.
Come in.
Thank you.
There's also phantoms coming right
That's
now.
fine. I'll just leave.
But if it works. Oh, this is awful. This map without piercing. I can't shoot through the windows, even though I can see them.
Why do you not have piercing?
I thought weakening would be enough. I have warp rounds. And the saber isn't a weapon that needs that much piercing.
that is true.
Oh, I went all out of piercing. Oops.
You get more damage with warp rounds on the saber than with armor piercing, but you can't pierce through any walls or guardian shields.
Most pleasing game on Lid's stream audio wise. Is it?
Well,
The
Best sounding.
the saber makes such a pathetic noise for how powerful it is. It's kind of silly.
Oh, that's a hazard.
well,
That's
you
silly.
need to use it with marksman, then it
God.
sounds just beautiful.
Oh, sorry. I was about to
Oh
get stumped.
my God.
I had to do something about that. Thank you. Oh, nice shot. Then again, I suppose everything counts as a headshot, right? So, wouldn't be surprised that you decapitated that phantom.
Does the saber have initial piercing?
No, don't think so.
Oh, then I just got the
Oh my god.
guardian
Yeah.
through the crack. How is it called?
What?
Oh, that's a turret. That's
Did
two
you say
turrets.
you got the guardian through the crack?
What is this
Pardon?
The
thing
gap
called?
in its shield. The hole.
The mail slot?
The mail
Yes,
slot.
that's the word.
Not its crack.
I mean, maybe. Who knows, right?
Flasher, you are entitled to your opinion,
I got you, you're right.
even if it's weird and not supported by anything. Oh.
Oh. Oh, I completely forgot I have tactical scan. At
Nice.
wave 10, I remembered.
Well, I mean,
Beautiful.
better late than never, right?
We have some important enemy personnel in the area.
Oh, I mean, it's targets too, so
Targets and terminate.
Great.
Oh. Well, that works too, I guess.
Oh, but no. Nope.
Did you kill that
Yeah,
bandit?
that's
Okay.
right. Die doing your cool stunts. How? Around a corner. That doesn't
Ooh,
make
hello.
sense. Oh,
Hello. Oh, that's a phantom right behind me as well.
yep, sure sounds like it.
More than
that's
one, actually.
multiple phantoms.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's a phantom?
That works too. Oh, yep. I found
Oh.
the phantom in question.
Oh my god.
This makes me just feel bad. I just got 25 assault rifle kills with 10 as the Quarian marksman.
Aw, buddy.
Oh, dude, come on. You're better than this.
That's one of the saddest things ever.
But I'm getting mostly assists than kills.
Oh, that's a phantom.
Yeah, turret, I know. That was not what I meant to hit. Why'd you have to
Oh,
eat
there
that
is a turret
mid-
over there as well. There
Yeah.
is a turret, as well as the Atlas right in front of you, Guru.
I was trying to get those, and then, there we go. A phantom decided to take one for the team.
Hmm.
Which I did not appreciate.
Yeah, that's surprising to be honest. They don't seem like the team player type
I
to
know,
me.
right?
Oh, speaking of which.
Oh, that's a phantom. I just wanted to say it.
You know, Slasher, I take it back. You're
Oh.
not entitled
Oh,
to your
dear.
opinions.
Oh dear. All the phantoms in the world. Great.
Kill streak.
Great stasis.
Yeah.
No, I was a split second away.
From what? Oh, that's not a kill streak. Nice.
Let's change that then. Or not.
Oh my god. Ah.
I mean, I was right next to you, but.
Yeah, but I hadn't really been.
Oh.
Oh. I hadn't gotten in my requisite, like, rage shell yet.
Okay, I see. I understand now.
And if not during extraction, then when?
Then when?
You know?
Exactly. Oh, well, hello.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pesky owl.
no.
Okay, well, we're just
I
gonna
would,
press all the. Okay, I mean, I'm right on top of you, but.
I can't ops play. I should have done with armor piercing rounds. This is terrible.
20 seconds.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for her.
Did you just nuke a phantom that it was on 1 health bar?
Look.
Listen,
Yeah,
details.
sometimes you
I mean,
just
come on.
gotta. Let's see if this hits anything. Nope. Oh wait, it did! It hit a phantom!
Nice.
You must have thought she was behind you.
Oh, Yarui.
Gurui. Oh
Wait,
no.
no, that's Litsu at piercing. Well, that was the last game for me. I'm going now.
Alright, well,
Right,
thanks for stopping
GGs.
by. Have a good night.
Have a good one, everyone.
Catch you later, Vormev.
Yep, see ya.
I'll probably be back in chat for a bit, but
Okay. Beautiful.
What did you get?
The best consumable in the game. The best item in the game.
Oh. I see you got explosive rounds.
I mean, other than explosive rounds, yes.
Explosive rounds 1.
Yeah. Explosive rounds is 0.5. Alright, well, we do have a couple of spots if anyone from chat would like to hop in.
What is it, Yurui?
Oh,
What are you
no.
inflicting on us?
Oh, no. Has Slasher found Earth yet? That is a great question. Do we want
Yurui?
Slasher to find Earth? Slasher can join. Alright, let's have him join before Yurui reveals what this is. No, Slasher wouldn't duck out.
I'm just putting my randomizer through again.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let's Batarian Sentinel with Valkyrie.
Okay. That's not bad.
Uriel Solarian Engineer with Collector Sniper Rifle. Slasher Quarian Male Engineer with Hornet and Scorpion.
Hello again.
Hey, Slasher. How's it
Hey,
going?
Slasher.
Hey. Okay, Slasher, for you it's a Quarian Male Engineer with a Hornet and a Scorpion.
Ah, Quarian Male Engineer. Hornet and okay, Scorpion is good.
I was gonna say, I remember the Scorpion. I would have thought you'd be pleased with that.
No, I hate the Quarian Male Engineer. I'm gonna spec him without our grenades.
And if someone wants to join, he gets a human base soldier with a striker.
Oh.
Also, let's moment of truth. Can you set to an Earth map or Earth?
Alright, hold on. We need to see. Is this on the version of the game where we were having the issues before?
If it doesn't work now, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. It does work.
Lovely.
It
had
does
to.
work.
I literally uninstalled the game and reinstalled it.
Oh dear. Well, Harbinger has found Earth, it would seem, in that case.
I'm gonna leave now. Have a great stream. Thanks for the games.
Thanks for playing with us. GG's.
Hi, Yurui.
GG's.
Bye.
Actually...
You're back again?
Alright, no worries. Valkyrie has a little bit of kick, right?
A little bit, yeah, but easy to control.
Okay. What do I want with it then? Maybe I Do stay with the piercing here. Alright, for what it's worth, we do have room for one more if someone else would like to jump in here. There is a spot.
Wait. I have made a series of mistakes.
Alright, I think I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Hold on one moment. God, I hate this gun so much.
I couldn't even tell you when the last time I used it was.
It's just trash.
Pretty sure that Yurui was using it voluntarily not long ago today.
Ugh. How and why?
My thoughts exactly.
It literally melts enemies. Turns them into goo.
That may be. So does the particle rifle.
Yeah, but that sounds horrible.
You have really weird
Okay,
sound preferences.
No, you can't say the particle rifle sounds good. Sounds.
It has a very neutral sound.
It sounds like somebody with bad case of diarrhea. That's what it sounds like.
What?
What kind of
That and the
diarrhea have
hurricane.
you experienced?
Oh dear.
That and the hurricane both sounds like not me. Someone I said. That's what it sounds.
But
like.
are you listening to other people experience diarrhea on the regular?
That's what I would.
Don't answer that
imagine
question.
what it-
Please do not
That's
answer
what I
that
would imagine
question.
it would sound like.
We're learning really interesting things about slashers' hobbies and proclivities.
They're the worst sounding guns in the entire game, probably in the universe.
Oh, I. Well, Uriel, didn't you say earlier that you were falling for a one of the decoys? What was that?
What?
Vormav who had said earlier that. Well, point is, I just fell hook, line, and sinker for your decoy. It was like egregiously bad.
I just used an ability at random, and it turned out it was a good one to have used.
Well,
I didn't know that's where Shield Drain lived.
well, now you know.
Now I know. The sound on this thing is so annoying.
I actually don't love the sound on this either, to be honest.
They're both.
Remind me what you're
they're
using?
both miles better than particle rifle.
Valkyrie for me.
False. I don't remember what the Valkyrie sounds like. Fire it a couple times?
Don't worry.
It's fine.
It just, to me, I think it's the combination of the sound plus the rate of fire. Just doesn't feel like it adds up.
Have you tried using it on the Turian marksman?
I am, well, not recently, at the very least. I can definitely tell you that much. I do not use this weapon very often. It was also the last ultra-rare weapon that I ever unlocked. And to this day, remains the ultra-rare that I have leveled up the least, I believe.
I somehow forgot that I even had Incinerate.
Cool. Nice try. Ooh, buddy old pal.
Oh no.
Ow.
Team member is hurt.
Thank you. What? Behind me? Oh, yes. Yes, behind me indeed. Nice try.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
The Tempest sounds like something trying to do its best.
Personnel are in your area.
I mean, you're right, honestly.
Still not the worst sounding
The
SMG in the
Tempest-
game.
No one's saying it sounds like the worst. It just sounds like a very pathetic thing that is just trying to be good. Which ultimately describes the Tempest perfectly.
I wouldn't describe it as pathetic. There's only one pathetic SMG.
Oh, my ammo! Another reason why this gun is trash.
Oh, dodged it. Rude.
Get to the target. We're running out of time.
That didn't hit you.
That's not what I meant to use. Oh.
Oh, hello. Still not dead. I'll be honest, Slasher, I really thought you were an enemy, namely a hunter sneaking to find us there.
That's fine. Quarians deserve that sort of treatment. Quarians are the enemy.
Other Quarian hater.
Well, Slasher, now I'm reluctant to ever agree with you on anything. I feel like now I have to come around on Quarians. Maybe the Asari, too. Oh, no.
Guys actually
Like
do
two-
share a lot of opinions.
There's like 2 good Quarians. Or 3 rather. There's Tali, there's Shalaran, and there's
You already lost me.
what's that guy's name? Adam
Rieger?
Baldwin. No, yeah, Kyle Rieger, yeah. Everyone else is just ridiculous.
Rieger and Admiral... What's his name?
There, Galaxy, thanks for the raid. How'd your stream go?
Is it Quip Quip you're thinking of?
Is
We don't speak of
is
his
it
last
that
name.
guy?
He's the Get Sympathizer.
Yeah. He and Cal Rieger are the only Quarians who deserve to exist.
Ow. I missed. Lovely. That's rude. Oh, hello. I thought he just had even worse aim than me. Turns out he was shooting at the person behind me.
Slasher, you'll never guess what I plan on eating after this.
Stromboli.
Yes. I'd completely forgotten about it until just now.
Well, I'll stick to the Italian. I'll have a pizza for dinner.
Nice.
Have some leftover to use it.
Oh, what kind are you gonna make?
Have some sourdough pizza.
Ooh.
The dough is left, so I
Oh,
have to use it.
interesting. Would this be in time? Probably not. Nope.
Oh, got a
yes,
kill
it
streak.
was.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got a kill streak. I was confused
Yes.
what you meant.
Well,
Got
'cause
a
it
couple of
didn't
0-point
pop up
assists on
initially.
it.
I mean, I could throw our grenades, but I refuse to.
The thing that I hate about the like quarry and
hello.
mail infiltrator and engineer is that I really hate tac scan. Wait, the marksman also has it, doesn't he? I've literally never used him.
Yeah, all the mail for you.
Yeah, I've never used him even once. Not an exaggeration.
I hate them because they have armor. It's boring power.
I don't really care about arc grenades one way or the other. I just think tac scan is boring and useless.
What about taking care of swarmers? Oh, that was the wrong build.
Oh, it's such a disappointing job.
What?
Look. I went for the
Wait,
grab.
what the heck? How did you get over there?
You see that tactical scan for the combat, right? See, it's useful.
Ah, look at this idiot.
Give the wall a good web while we're at it.
Yeah, I'll throw our grenades at the Solarian instead.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Please allow me to initiate this. Thank you.
Here, a Batarian, have some arc grenades.
No. Oh,
Oh, hello. I missed. Horribly at that. Oh, did I just mess with your grab attempt there, Slasher?
That's fine. Oh, thank you, Rel, for that.
what?
Your splash damage killed me.
Wait, what?
I was in hardcover and your splash damage killed me.
There was splash damage?
From the prime
From what?
shot, yeah. From
Oh.
the prime.
I didn't even notice. To be honest, I was so busy thinking about Stromboli, I didn't even.
You know what?
like,
Fair. Fair.
I wasn't aware of half of what was going on. Yes, that clown fell for my trap. It's so pathetic that primes are fooled by decoys. Oh my god. That's not gonna... no. Well, at least it was something. It's so easy to overheat this weapon. I hate it.
Which weapon?
Collector sniper rifle.
Oh,
You-
yes.
You do tap it, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but even then, it's like it has such limited ammo capacity. The only like infinite
No, don't kill it, don't
ammo.
kill
The only infinite ammo weapon that I think is worthwhile in any
Lancer.
capacity.
Lancer. Good. Didn't say PPR.
I don't really like the PPR because
See,
I don't
again,
like
again,
any.
again, we are agreeing on things.
I don't like any of the like ramp up weapons.
Oh, not even the Typhoon?
Oh!
Especially not the Typhoon.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like for there to be a delay between me starting to shoot something and it, like, being damaged, basically. Oh my god. What was that? Decoy, help! Oh.
That's where you went. Ow. Also ow.
This is a very stupid prime. Like, unusually stupid. For a minute, it was staring at my decoy and, like, not even shooting it. Just watching it.
Just dumbfounded.
Yeah, as if it had tried to shoot at the decoy and didn't understand why it wasn't doing damage.
At least somebody appreciates Solarian's beauty. Who said Geth do not have a soul?
But you know, that's a good point, Splasher. Like, maybe that prime was in love with my decoy. Maybe it, oh my god, maybe it recognized it for what it was, which is, you know, an artificial construction, and it was like, yes, my soulmate.
This will be the sequel to Fleet and Fugiva.
Oh no.
with a Geth Hunter having a rose in his hand, proposing to a Solarian.
But you know, I think the concept of a Geth being in love with a Solarian's decoy is very like, you know, Plato's allegory of the cave. When you really think about it,
I have no idea what that is.
it would take way too long to explain, and at that point, it wouldn't have any value. So don't worry about it. Something, something, shadows, etc.
I mean, it's Plato. Is anything simple?
Uh,
I mean, all these philosophers, is anything simple?
Enemy is regrouping.
you
I think,
know,
therefore, I am. Well, on the surface,
Plato-
it's very straightforward.
Plato was not one of the more complex ones, I would argue. Challenging sometimes, but not complex.
Oh.
Watch out, Irel.
Ugh.
Can he stop me from down there? I don't know. Never mind, I don't got you.
No, of course not. Goodbye.
Fair.
I wanted to get to the other side of cover to grab the rocket ship where I didn't see the prime. Let's do it.
It didn't look like that rocket hit me. It looked like it flew over my head and I just fainted.
Oh, hello.
Bombers, why? What even? Oh, there was a pyro? Okay, wait, I can't see. I have to gel.
I'll get you in a second.
That was beautiful from my POV.
How did it look from yours? Because it looked incredibly stupid from mine.
So with two rocket troopers,
Yeah.
one to the left, one to the right, the rockets almost converged to hit you in the back. It's like they burst into one big rocket.
Is that why, when I died, I somehow got launched backward 15 feet?
Probably. It's like two rockets merged into one giant one.
The force of both of the rockets somehow canceled each other out and launched me back in the direction they had hit me from. What? Where? Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
it's a pyro
You know,
there.
in fairness, I guess there was a pyro right there, huh?
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Data anchors for our communication array are down.
Flasher, why is it that
Take those devices and get them going.
whenever we're playing together, somehow you always wind up looking like you're floating like 1 or 2 feet above the ground. Like I glance over and you're somehow just hovering.
That's a good point. Does it happen
And
always?
well, here's the thing. You start hovering slightly further above the ground with like each progressive match.
That's because he's ascending.
That makes sense.
Just gonna throw out grenades at you two instead of the enemy.
Cool, that did.
I got staggered right when he did that, so it actually looked like it worked. Am I doing this right now? I am. I'm not. I was
No?
not. Now I am. I saw a blue bar getting filled on the bottom of my screen. It was my my shields bar, not the device bar, as it turns out. It's like something isn't quite right here. I can't put my finger on it. Turns out that was it.
Targets are lit. Mission accomplished.
Ow. Please stay cover here. Thank you. Did you thread the needle like that?
Team member has gone dark.
One moment. I'm attempting to dispose of the enemy that
Kill
did that
me,
to you.
Slasher.
Member has flatlined.
Oh.
Sorry?
What? Oh.
Oh, there was a pyro and a hunter together.
Alright, Lids. I got. Oh.
Your character said I got you as soon as you did that. It's glorious.
So you're like constantly firing your sniper rifle on my POV.
Oh, really?
You have so much ammo now. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Well, the thing is, Slasher, I have so much ammo that it like jams up my gun, and I have to let it like take a moment to rest, basically.
What are those things that people in Star Wars carry? That
Blasters?
No, the things in hand that they fight with that look like swords.
Lightsabers?
Yeah, it looks like Irel is carrying a giant lightsaber.
If only.
Yes, I haven't watched a single Star Wars movie. That's pretty obvious.
Beautiful.
Ah, okay, that was inevitable. Playing with fire in more ways than one.
Alright.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, I almost got to you. If I hadn't gotten staggered by that one random hunter who came out of nowhere.
Wrong one. Oh! Well. Turns out there are hunters here as well. No.
Fair enough.
Kill
Ooh,
streak.
Kill streak.
I mean, nice little
Spicy.
bonus, but I'll take it.
Oh my god.
Slasher.
Okay, hold on, I'll tell you what happened.
What?
Oh, wait, what happened? Where am I? Okay, you see where you nuke their prime lids?
Yeah.
So, the prime actually spawned there. And it was a respawn after you actually nuked the prime. And
Okay.
got a kill streak. And I was actually standing at that corner, and they spawned behind me and killed me.
Oh.
They respawned right there, and just killed me instantly. That was special.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I have the running pitter-patter bug.
Oh no.
Well, let us know, chat, if there's anything that you'd like to see for the next one.
Remake the lobby? Why on earth?
Ah, surely we'll be fine, right? The running pitter-patter never means that, terrible, horrible atrocities are about to happen. I mean, but we could. If we were concerned about it, we could.
I'm not worried. I think everything is going to be just fine.
There you have it. The gradually increasing ascendance of Slasher, exactly. It was meant to be.
Exactly, and finally I'll be the aerial bombardment. I'll rise up so high.
I think for whatever reason, if I remember correctly, you actually start to ascend higher the more grabs that you do.
Oh my goodness, what?
So, because I was thinking about it and I was like, wait, I feel like this always gets really bad when we do Vancouver. And then I remembered.
Which all makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then...
what are grabs to you is basically I'm literally eating them and gaining energy.
Yeah, but like, I remember multiple times now I've seen you like taking cover while we're on Vancouver, and it's like you're taking cover but you're floating above the cover. It's really amazing.
Time to do Vancouver and see how high Slasher can get. We could. We could.
Watch, now that I've said that, it's not gonna work.
Calc is choosing arena
Oh my
and
God.
enemy.
Oh.
Reaper Vancouver.
Reaper is okay for grabs.
Who is your preferred grabbing enemy slasher, would you say?
Collectors.
More so
That's
than
too many.
Reaper?
Yeah, too many A-bombs. The problem with the Reapers is Banshees just chase you out of cover often.
Only if you're a coward.
Calc says, all right then, switch it to collectors.
Ugh. Well.
All right, so is our job to also partake of the grabs, or is it just to observe Slasher as he ascends to grab godhood?
Well, I don't know if it happens on anyone's screen other than mine. Like, I don't know if he and I just have like a weird, like, connection somehow. I have no idea.
It's nothing weird. You just try to steal all my crabs. That's what the connection is.
No, but I remember, like, I pointed it out before, and no one else knew what I was talking about, which made me seem like an absolutely insane person.
I mean,
Either that or you guys were
being the
gaslighting
host-
me.
Let's being the host obviously will not see such things.
Welcome.
Oh, and thanks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Yeah, we are, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm deliberately taking the GI with hunter mode so that I can see through walls and more easily observe. That is the plan.
Oh wait, so are we just observing, or?
I could partake of the grabs as
Yes,
well.
that's what this game is gonna be. You two observe me while I grab every single enemy on the map.
I mean, I'll still kill stuff, yes, but I want to make
Oh,
sure that if
God.
Slasher starts to ascend to grab godhood, that I can witness as it happens.
Alright, hold on. Before we do this, the best way to keep track of my grabs is to see my N7 HQ.
Oh, yes. Yeah, actually, if you are just getting back into Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, you're interested in joining a Discord group that does a whole bunch of Mass Effect 3 and Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Then if you type in here, I'll do it for you. That is the link to the Discord where we are currently hanging out. That was a weird delay. Joined yesterday? Awesome. Awesome. Let's see what weapons we see.
Okay, I am at 192.
Oh, is the cutoff 200 where it finishes the challenge?
No, 250.
Okay.
Although I doubt I'll get 58 crabs in one match.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you've gotten 50 on Vancouver before.
It has happened once before, 77 or something. Although that required a lot of effort and a lot of cooperation from teammates.
What character do you plan on using, Slasher?
I'm using the Batarian soldier.
Okay.
I need something tanky.
Okay. Okay. What weapon do I want? Sinking shotgun, but yeah, let's take one of those. Hana is close, but maybe we just do that. Not sure we're gonna get it in this match.
I like the combination of the Crease and the vulnerability VI.
Wait, what?
Your loadout.
Do I have this right now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is news to me. Wait, what? Hold on.
You were trying to very precisely
striker
blow
equipped
up
right
people's
now.
heads.
Wait, that was definitely a request that somebody had previously. I remember this.
It's definitely a throwback kit. There was a time when Christ AGI was the deadliest combination.
Really?
Yeah, it was when Christ actually had a good rate of fire and absurd AoE and damage. And the devs thought that instead of reducing the damage and AoE alone, they also wanted to nerf the fire rate, which is why it fires so slowly now.
Oh.
Yeah, but in single player, they still have the OG version of the Crise.
Okay.
So it's absolutely insane.
I did not remember this.
And have you experienced a single player ADAS?
I don't know that I know it shoots much faster.
Yeah, the sound is hilarious. It's like laundromat.
Ah, right. Back to the pitter patter.
Why do you both have the striker? What is going on?
What?
No. Litz has the striker and the crusader.
Oh, true. Liz, why do you have both the striker and the crusader?
That is for me to know, and for you to, well, realistically, probably never know.
Okay.
Now you'll probably know about one wave into the match.
No. The best part is he has a piercing mod on the striker. That's the best part.
Oh. Oof.
Oh my god.
There we go. I had the ammo on it, then I was like, oh, wait, I need piercing on this. Hold on. That's not a piercing weapon. Wait, Acolyte didn't used to need to be charged? What?
No, I think it went to like 2 balance changes. Initially, it was like how it is now, and then they changed it to a non-charged version. And I
Same
think they
damage?
changed- Yeah, you just didn't need to charge, but it would have a lower rate of fire. And
Okay.
they changed it back. I think it's like 2 changes happened, if I'm not wrong.
Alright, so here's the plan. We spy on Slasher with Hunter mode. Oh no, I did want this one.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Oh, you're already dead, aren't you?
Oh, hello. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh,
Didn't know you
ow.
were behind me.
I thought I could kill you before you killed me.
Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Alright. Status check. Slasher.
Oh,
Appears
he's
grounded.
still on the Where did the bees just come from?
They were right
I was-
behind you.
I was
Okay.
standing there and I didn't hear any bees, and then suddenly there were bees just on me. That was deeply disconcerting.
Ow.
Lids! I gotcha.
Thank you. Oh, bad time to have to reload. Very bad time to have to reload.
Lids!
Hope I finished that reload animation.
Watch out for the Scion.
Not there yet.
Ow, you're chaining those.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. We have intel that identifies some key enemy personnel in the area.
Wait, Slasher, I need to see your status.
You know what to do.
Oh, right. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Where are you?
There are deadly enemies.
There, I'm
beneath us.
right next to you.
No, you're still on the ground.
Still
This is
grounded, huh?
hugely disappointing.
Oh, I should have taken a Batarian with Lash.
Member in trouble.
Oh, that was not even just a normal feed.
Haha. I got bees, but at least it was worth it, I guess. Yeah.
That's not ideal. You gotten it yet? I missed it?
Wait, what did you target?
No.
No, what? It wouldn't let me get into cover. What?
Well, that's a lot of shells in one thing. Oh, hello, Praetorian! What? Oh, right, this wall is fake.
We need that target taken out. Member needs help.
On my way, let's...
Alright, the target is right hovering above my corpse.
Hold on. Oh, it might have switched the target.
Yeah, it did. Wait for it. I have the same idea, Sasha. Worth it.
Oh my god.
Come on,
That
Blitz.
was horrendous.
Thank you. Oh, this is not going to end well for us.
Okay, I got 25 grabs.
Nice. Oh, that's the target. Ow.
There, I gotcha.
So,
Alright, what's my status? Still grounded?
Bogeys incoming.
he is to me.
You're like a couple of inches off the ground.
Alright, so it's happening.
Make it look like you're doing some kind of cool stunt.
Oh, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I wanted that grab. So I thought I only needed a tiny bit of points for the striker challenge.
Oh, that's why.
Oh my god. Why did I do that?
Well, that's not ideal. Oh, what a snipe.
Alright, what? What? You're just taking a nap.
Just take a little snooze over here, don't mind me. Oh, well, that's also less than ideal. Yeah, that Scion's been trying to ruin my day for a while. It really looked like that Scion from this angle just decided to jump off the edge of the building.
Oh, it
You
jumped
know,
over the cover. That's why.
Maybe it did.
I saw it jump, but I couldn't see where it was going. All I could see was the tip of the Scion's head. So I saw it jump, and it looked like it was just, you know, just going for a little parachuting experience, a little skydiving, bungee jumping, perhaps.
Listen, everyone needs a hobby.
There's a lot over here. There's a lot over here.
Oh.
No! Don't do that to me. Don't do that! No, not this again.
I have no one to blame but myself. Just barely too far away. Are you?
No. You can't grab on this side of the ledge. You can only grab on the other side, yeah.
Stupid. I'm uninstalling. This is
Uh-oh.
a garbage
Uh-oh.
game. This is a garbage game from a toilet. I hate it.
Oh, I was gonna get him. I may still be able to get him. I will not be able to get him.
Oh god, oh god. Oh, I don't know, oh god. Wait, I killed an abomination with throw and it didn't explode? Pardon?
Sometimes if they're far away from you, they won't.
It wasn't far away. It was next to me.
Oh, maybe you headshot it with a venom.
No, I killed it with throw! I killed it with throw and it just gave up, I guess. It was like, I don't even have the will to explode anymore.
Planet side. Time is short. Find those targets.
Is that Praetorian really trying to wall hack me that much?
Plus 11 kill. Incredible.
I don't have that much piercing.
Wait. No, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Bees.
Oh, go away, bees. One moment. One moment. Hey, Praetorian.
Oh, hello. What? Are you joking? Are you kidding me?
Oh! I don't know.
Hold on. It's a good thing I got 2 Praetorians in that one. Or that would have been a real bad time.
Am I still grounded or slightly hovering above the ground?
It's still only like... Oh, wait. Actually, it might be slightly higher now. Hold on. Oh, yeah. It's like... Yeah, it's a few inches now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's definitely something next to me, isn't there?
Oh, God.
Oh, I was gonna grab it. Oh, I was hoping the second grab was gonna save me, but now I'm just gonna die. Wait for it. No. Bad.
Liz, at
no.
this point, I can't tell if I am trying to get you killed or save you, or some combination of the
Well, see, the thing is... Oh my god, that stagger.
two. Listen, there were 2 abominations on top of you. I had to do something. Or else you were gonna die from being punched to death.
No, I was gonna grab them all. Obviously.
We're on the same side of the barrier as
That's
you.
why I was hopping the barrier.
You weren't hopping the barrier.
I was
You
about to hop
grabbed
the
one, and then
barrier.
You were getting swarmed.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Where'd he go? You guys kill him? Oh.
Dark channel.
Yeah, there were definitely gonna be some over there. Not so fast, buddy old pal. You will not get possessed on my watch. On the other hand, you know, the Praetorian might say otherwise.
Oh! That was an interesting yoga pose I died in. Alright. Yeah, come this way. There you go. Idiot.
Yeah, well, now I'm just blatantly stealing slashers. Or it was like, okay, you know, in theory, maybe, but it wasn't like I was right next to him as I was doing it. That one was a little too far. Come on. Come on, no, bad. Please come here before the Praetorian does. Not like that, though. Oh, well, now there's two of them. Why you gotta be like that, man?
Oh god! Oh
Now
no!
there's a Praetorian that's about to sink kill me. It's okay, it was worth it.
Oh my god.
That was an interesting way for that Praetorian to fall. You know, the usual... Oh, there's a Praetorian behind me. The usual falling up.
There's a Praetorian. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hey, excuse.
Okay, I got 50 now.
Wait, hold on. Did anyone else see? Well, did anyone else see the Praetorian that was hovering 30 feet in the air, or was that? just me?
Possibly, because that might have been the one that I staggered into the air.
Maybe it's the Praetorians that are floating instead of Slasher.
We are one and the same.
Maybe that's why he does
I mean,
so many grabs, because he is
Praetorian, Batarian.
Praetorian.
They're similar, right?
Interesting.
They're
Well, it's almost
basically
over,
the same.
right?
That's definitely not exactly the thought process I just had as well.
Where and how and why?
Objective complete.
The timing of that made it sound like your punch created a biotic explosion.
It created a biotic explosion, released some ballistic blades, which actually killed the Scion. That's what happened.
Incredible.
Oh wait, I shouldn't slow down on grabs.
Oh. Hello! Well, I guess we're doing this now.
Lids, why is it that after you died, you kind of like flopped around?
Great question. Great question. I'd rather not talk about it. Thank you for almost staggering that guy into a grab until you didn't. Excuse me, Abomination. Where are you going? What the heck what is happening with this Abomination?
What?
It was
Are you good?
climbing up that's the Abomination. Climbing up and down a phantom ladder simultaneously. So it was a little confused with what it wanted to do with itself.
Listen, it's just trying its best, Lids. Okay, yeah, it feels like half the time when I kill these abominations, they don't explode, and I am deeply confused.
Oh, looks like I picked a great place to go up to. No! Except that could have been it.
Hold on. I maybe gotcha? No.
Nope, it must be done. It must be done. It must be done. No, it must be done.
Sorry? What?
That's
What
okay. At
must
least
be
I got
done?
the kill. I mean, I was gonna grab him, but at least I got the kill.
Shooting the oh. Okay. I shot the Praetorian in the butt and it responded by shooting lasers out of its butt.
I mean, as I really don't know what you expected out of that.
I guess I deserved that.
You
frankly.
did kind of ask for it. Not gonna lie. You kind of deserved that one.
No, you're okay. Standing up, yeah. That's why you're taller. Are you trying to throw my A-bombs?
Oh my god.
Oh, hello. Hello. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here right now.
I love how two of us knew that it was a splitter and is still alive.
Yeah.
It's one persistent pressure.
Lids, why are you watermelon colored?
I've been watermelon colored with my GI for the past century. Thank you for asking.
But like, why though?
Because it's objectively the best coloration. Obviously.
Is it?
Obviously.
Alright. You say so. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that wasn't me that made him go flying. Oh, that was your throw. Okay.
Alright. Let's see if I can shoot it in the butt this time. No. Turned around.
Sensors tell me only one left.
Spoiler alert. It did not want to get shot in the butt.
Yeah. Weird, isn't it?
Enemy is regrouping.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait. Lids. Stay still for a second.
Rendezvous for extraction.
Okay, no, I thought it's possible you were hovering, but no. No, wait. Slasher, you are.
I mean, I have gotten some
Wait,
grabs
wait,
as
wait,
well.
wait. I need you to stay
Okay.
still. Wait, you sank back down again. What? Excuse me? No, you are fully on the ground now. What? Like, as I was watching. What is this like?
My Bacterian refuses to be screenshotted while high. I know how humans are against Bacterians.
You know, he is right.
That's true. Couldn't allow himself to be witnessed in that vulnerable state.
Well, 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So, do we know what the final grab count was for you, Slasher?
It finished the 250, so 58 plus. I don't know the exact number.
Oh, well, there you have. You
But I got
doubted.
it like quite late, somewhere around maybe 8 or 9, so.
You doubted
not
you could
too
hit
much
58.
beyond. Yeah, I think the first 2 waves went much better than expected.
All right, well, chat, let us know if there's anything else that you would like to see us do in the next one.
Yeah, he got so many grabs that they just weighed him down.
It's an overflow
Yeah.
error.
He had too much to eat.
All right. Anything else we'd like for this one? We do also have a spot if anyone else from chat would like to hop in.
We do indeed.
Not sure who in their right mind would want to do that, but, you know, that's up to you.
Go where your heart guides you, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, I'd also just like to, demonstrate that, as I previously stated, watermelon is the best of colors.
Okay.
Clearly.
I don't know if you can really say that that's watermelon. That seems reverse watermelon.
Whoa. Okay. Slow down there.
Because there's way more green than there is pink, so.
Maybe it is
Unless
a
you're
watermelon
saying-
that is mostly still intact
Yeah, like,
and has not been
unless you're
cut
saying
into just yet.
It's a
just
watermelon
barely.
that's just been like split open.
It's in the process of being sliced open. Precisely. You can
That's
see
a little horrifying.
you can see the exact slice marks right here on the watermelon.
On some level, aren't we all just watermelons that have been partially sliced open?
Now you
Really
finally
think
understand. Exactly.
about it. Well, do we have any sort of plan or inclination?
Not seeing anything from chat, so I don't know if you guys have anything in mind.
If we can take a quick break, I will come up with something.
Oh, okay. Some time to devise something?
Yes.
But you know that means it needs to be particularly devious, though, right?
Yeah, I'll see what I can manage.
All right. I will hold you to that.
All right, so several minutes then.
Okay. In that case, basically for every minute that we take a break, I expect an extra page on your thesis.
I have a simpler punishment.
That sounds a lot like my political science professor. Go on, Slasher.
For every minute you're late, you should do the equal number of grabs in the next game.
Why?
See, that's a better punishment.